do believe that many of us, the story of the rich man and Lazarus is not a new story. Even the children in catechism, they know it very well. So it's one of those stories that are being told. But I just want to find out from you, because I've been wondering, where is the sin of this rich man? What did the rich man did? It wasn't recorded anywhere that he did anything bad to Lazarus. He never insulted Lazarus. He never abused Lazarus. He never did anything bad. All he was enjoying his own money. His own money. Now you tell me, what evil did this man committed? Again, the Bible didn't say that he stole his money. Probably he worked hard, right? Where is the sin of this rich man? Was it sinful because he's rich? Is that what you think? I don't think so. So I'm finding out from you, because you helped me to know. Because I've been trying to figure this out. And the Spirit says, ask them, they know. Where do you think, what is it that this rich man did that ended him into hell? Greed. What do you mean by greed? That was his own money. He doesn't have to. His own money. He was not owing Lazarus, right? You give people when you owe them. So where is the greed? He's a hard-working man. He worked hard for his money.
He's supposed to share.
Where is it written that he's supposed? There's nothing like he's supposed to share. It's his own money.
Just full of himself.
Full of himself. He didn't say anything to Lazarus. Where did he say full of himself? He never insulted Lazarus. He didn't say anything. You make that one up, right? Yes, sir.
He's educated.
He's educated.
Because he recognized Abraham, the law of the book.
No, but I'm thinking about when he was here in the world.
Yes, he recognized, well, okay. He wouldn't, when he died, and then when he's there, his brain is still working. He recognized everything.
I mean, his sin. What was his sin? What do you think was what he did wrong?
That he knows the gospel, but he never turned back to the gospel, even helping the poor. But he recognized Abraham.
But he was not owing Lazarus. Was he owing Lazarus in any form, in any manner? That's his own money. It's his own money. Don't make it look like...
He thinks that his money will take him to heaven.
That's the technical word. Somebody said it at the back, another person said it. Indifferent, right? It wasn't just about what he did. It's all about what he did not do. He was so indifferent. So the sin of indifference, right, is none of my business. In the human eyes, he shouldn't be condemned. That's why I wanted to find out from you. He has every right to do with his own money however he wants. Is that what we say? It's my own money? My own hard-earned money. I should do with it whatever I want. He was not owing Lazarus in the human thinking, right? But he forgot that humanity is interconnected. Nobody exists for himself alone. So the indifference of this man is not just because he was a rich man. It wasn't sinful to be rich. Lazarus was in front of him, but he couldn't see the humanity of Lazarus. He neglected the humanity of Lazarus and made it all about himself. I'm not owing anybody. As long as I take care of my own family, I'm fine, right? It's all about me and my family. Probably a good husband, a good wife, a good father. But that was it. But God requires us to do more. And that is why the church teaches us the sin of omission is as grave as the sin of commission. I hear people all the time, even when people come to confession, they say, well, I didn't rob the bank. I didn't kill anybody. But then the question is, what is it that you did that is good? Sometimes it's very easy to run away from sin, right? It wasn't explicit, the sin that he committed, because he never abused Lazarus. He never even asked Lazarus to leave where he was. He allowed him, he ignored him. But that's where the sin is. The sin of omission. When we think it's none of my business, people used to say, well, that is not the cup of my tea. It's none of my business to take care of anybody, as long as I take care of myself. Selfishness at the highest level. And now he recognized that he was told, like many of you already mentioned, he recognized that he was told that selfishness is as sinful as any other sin that you can even think about. You know, it is some of us who put sin, well, it is not as evil as you may think. How did you? Are you the one to judge yourself when you get to heaven? You think that the highest sin is someone who robbed the bank. I'm not saying robbing the bank is good. But selfishness is as evil when it is all about me. So the problem lies in the heart, not in the pocket. The problem was not in his pocket. His heart was so close. He was so indifferent that nothing could move him. The pain of the other person could never move him. It's like many of us think, just because we are in this country, there will never be war, right? You forget about a country like Ukraine or Holy Land that have been suffering, children dying. And sometimes say, well, let them figure out their own problem. It's none of my problem. You see, our humanity are interconnected. When we pretend as if it's none of my business. And that is what the church teaches us. Because he couldn't defend himself to say, well, nobody told me. He was told by the prophet, the priest. And that's why we preach from this pulpit. And no matter how hard we preach it, some people will still turn a deaf ear. It's none of my business. It's none of my problem. I'm still going to do whatever I want. When our heart is so cold that what touches other people does not touch us, that is the beginning of the evil. So at the end of the day, dear brothers and sisters, God is not just going to ask you, what is it that you did not do? He will ask you and I, the good that we're supposed to do that we did not do. No matter how little it is. We think that doing good is, when we wait to do something extraordinary. There is a scent called a scent of little things. Little things here and there. Little, as no matter how little. Because when your heart is open, it will always go out. Help others as much as you can. It doesn't have to be money. Let us not just make it about money. It's about the heart. When the heart is so close, even to lift up a finger to help someone is very difficult. Why should I do it? How is it my problem? The problem in the heart. And that's what the Lord is asking you and I today. How open is our heart? You think about the catechist who teaches other people catechism, other children. It's none of their children, right? It's not their children, it's not their grandchildren, but they commit themselves in teaching faith to others. Little things. There were a group of women before the beginning of the catechism this year. And I saw them cleaning all the classroom. And I asked, who are those women? Oh, they just came to clean the classroom. Who asked them to clean the classroom? Nobody asked them. But they saw the need that the children should be in a very clean classroom. They came on their own. Little things. When the heart is open, it will always help you to see who God is bringing in front of you. And God always gives us the opportunity to do good. And many times we pull out because it will make us uncomfortable. But that is something that will save us at the end of the day. When the Lord is going to bring out those little things, little help here and there. Do you know how many people find God in this place? Do you know? Do you know how many people? Actually, in this church right now, even as I speak, there is a young man, but I'm not going to mention his name. He said somebody has never been to church before. A young man just walked in before the beginning of this mass. I'm looking for God. If this church is closed, if we are not able to pay the bills to keep this place open, where would have this young man go to? I'm not talking about what happened in the past. Even as I speak right now, he is in this church. Right? So the little help we help here and there, you think is not going anywhere. Our faith is connected, is interconnected. When you do your part, we do our part, then God will do his own part. There are people that God always sends across our path so that we may take care of them. And if we said, well, I don't think it's my business, we miss the opportunity. So our prayer this morning, dear brothers and sisters, for you and I, is that we may never miss the opportunity to do good. When we see the opportunity, no matter how difficult it is, that God gives us the courage to do it. And for those who feel like, I want to live a life that nothing should bother me, nobody should worry me. Goodness is not just because we committed no sin. And of course, there is nobody who commits no sin. But goodness is that inability to see the need and go home and say, what can I do to help? Is there anything I can do to help? Or should I just walk away and say, well, let other people take care of that? And we see that a lot in the church, right? There are people who should do it, not me. Right? We do that all the time. And I preach from this pulpit, and you say, well, there are people who should do it, not me. And sometimes what we are asking you to do may not even cost you much. The little help you support here and there, you support your church so that your church will continue with the mission that God entrusted to us. If we lock down this place, I mentioned it last time, there was a young man, I was in the office, he said, I have been passing on this road until today, the Spirit says, enter into that church. And he told me his journey. Just because you and I, that we kept this place open, that people can still find God here. That are the little things you do. The way we support, even in things you are not even aware of. The Lord can do a lot of things with the little things that we do. So our prayer, dear brothers and sisters, for you and I today, that our hearts, because the problem was in the hearts, that our hearts will always be sensitive to the needs of others. And God give us the grace when we see the need that we should never run away from it. Do your part and let the reward be that of God. Amen. Amen.